My name is Eric Smith. This is an excerpt from my autobiographical series, My Life in Not So Much a Nutshell, but more of a Melon, Rind. And this is from the second of those 4 books. After I moved out, I was unsurprised when my brother announced my position as his best man. A week after I got out of the hospital, Mike and I talked. We worked out our problems, most of which were my own doing. He had already asked his best friend Keith to be his new best man. I accepted. I no longer deserved that role. I'd messed up. Eventually, Keith said that he couldn't make it to the town for the wedding, so the job went to Mikey Doublano instead. In early January of 2011, DJ's mom, Tina, asked me to move out. I did. I called Courtney, and she said that I could come and live with her at her house. So I moved out to the town of Maine once again. Courtney's trailer was about 3 lots away from where Jeff had lived. A couple of weeks later, Aunt Vicky asked me to watch her house while her and Uncle Butch went to Florida for a week. I agreed. On the second night, I went over to my aunt's house to smoke a joint. I'd always wanted to smoke marijuana in her house, but hadn't done it until that day. I felt rebellious. Ooh. I turned on Harold and Camargo to White Castle and rolled up a small joint. When I was finished, I fed the cat and sprayed some air freshener throughout the house. Aunt Vicky and Uncle Butch returned before Mike and Nikki's wedding. On the day of their nuptials, I climbed into Aunt Vicky's minivan with Jeff and Aunt Vicky. The twins and Star were all in the wedding, so they had drove down earlier. We arrived at the church a bit early and had a bit of time to meet the other guests. My middle brother George was there with his adopted mom, Sally. My brother looked good in his tuxedo. He stood next to Mikey Doublano. The other groomsmen were Courtney's boyfriend Justin and my brother's friends from Niagara Falls, Lennon Alakowski and John Harris. When the music hit to announce the bride's arrival, the crowd cooed and awed. Nikki looked beautiful. Her dress was white with faux fur around her neck. You couldn't tell that she was pregnant if you didn't know. It was such a lovely wedding, even if there was a lot of dramatic moments beforehand. It all turned out nicely. The wedding reception was held at the VFW on Carroll Street. There was a private bar downstairs, and we were all welcome to get drinks. Halfway through the reception, I had to leave, though, because I had to work that evening at Hess Express. I seen pictures of the reception afterward, and I could tell that everyone had a really good time.